Welcome to Rivermead Leisure Centre ahead of what should promise to be a top of the table clash. Reading aspiring to where Solent currently sit. Joint table leaders. Reading currently sitting in 7th, would like to be higher up, no doubt about that. Interesting to see how these teams match up today. First of a double header for Reading this weekend. Some top of the stats leaders playing for Solent. Herm Sinil among the leaders in both scoring and assists in Division 1. Leading one of the top rebounders. Interesting to see how Reading, with their size, with their ability to push defensively in the half court, how they match up with these guys. Welcome, of course, to any Solent fans joining us for the stream today. Anyone who couldn't make it to Rivermead. Same goes for Rockets fans if you weren't able to get to Rivermead today. Glad to have you with us. And the team starting to take the court. Buzzer has sounded, ready for tip-off. For Reading, we're looking at a starting 5 of David Chive, Trey Pemberton, Sydney Donaldson, Danny Carter, and looks like the 5th will be AJ Carr as he heads onto the floor. For Solent, we have Travis Charles, Nick Lewis, Elliot Dads, and Louis Kirkman. Solent win the tip, get us started. Travis Charles inside, no good. Carter with the big rebound. Donaldson gets us off and running. So it's back to Carter at the top. AJ looks inside to Carter. Moves to the middle. Back to the baseline, no good. Solent pushing. Foul inside. Good drive from Sino. Chive tying him up there. Slight pause in the game. I think Coach Guyman may have questioned the ball. First shot is good. Gets Solent off the mark. Two for two. David Chive facing tough defense. AJ waves Donaldson out of the wing, sets the pick for him. Hits him back in the post. Mid-range for AJ, no good, in and out. Reading yet to get off the mark. Rockets ball. Senior questioned that, looked like it came off Donaldson to me. It must have cannoned off someone else as well. Trey to David Chive, AJ at the top. Look inside for Carter, spins baseline, nice, up and under for Danny. Looks like he's got the speed advantage there in the post. Solent swinging the ball. Nice half hook shot there to the middle. From Dads. Carter hands it off to Sydney. Works in the post. Hits David Chive in the corner. No good. Tough rebounding battle. Solent come out with it. Sydney's going to launch that. No good. Pressure from David Chive there on the shot. Not sure if that impacted it. AJ works the post, fades away, no good. Again, I feel like Sina was questioning the match ball again. That's the second time. It's Travis Charles inside. Nice hook shot. It's a big guy, hard to get around that body when he turns. Carter at the top of the key. Hits AJ, over to Donaldson. Pick for Danny inside. It's looked good in the 2 times he's gone in the post that side. Nice move to the middle, no good though, in and out again. Solent in transition. Strong basket there from Sina. Looked like they might have trapped Chive there. AJ's going to work the post. Hits Carter outside. Quite flat on the shot there, no good. Again, Solent look to push. Dads comes around to the middle, that's good. Did well to recover that, he momentarily lost the ball on that drive. So 10 plays 2. Coach Keane for Reading is going to be asking questions about what they can do more effectively. A few in and out shots there, could be a different scoreline. Must say though, Solent's had some easy baskets. So after the first half of the first quarter, looks like the transition defence might be an issue for Reading. They've got a lot of easy buckets in pushing the basketball as soon as they rebound. Unlucky for Reading on a few of those shots. In and out for Danny Carter in the post, for AJ on those fadeaways in the mid-post. Looking good though, Reading. They've only scored 2, but they're getting decent looks, and I think that's the main thing. I think that's what Coach Keane may be preaching, confidence more than anything else now. And let's get the game back started. 10 plays 2. Let's see if Reading can get this closer. Trey brings the ball up. I haven't seen him on the ball much in this game so far. Runs to the corner. Danny Carter looks inside. Sure that hit the player's foot. No call. Sina loses it. Reading will keep that. Yeah, I think Danny's complaining about that kick ball. Carter finds Donaldson. Looks like that's AJ Carr whistled for an offensive foul. Donaldson pressuring Dads in the backcourt. Good pressure from Donaldson. It's Sina over to Travis Charles. No good. Donaldson picks up the loose ball and pushing for Reading. Drives middle. Looks at AJ, who spins baseline now in the post. Danny spins to Trey, back to Danny Carter. He's going to launch the three this time, and that's nice. Corner three for Danny. More than doubles the Reading scoreline. 10 plays 5. Senor initiating the offense here. The two bigs at the top. Swinging to Dads. Doesn't like the look into the post. Senor again. Launches a three. No good. Big offensive rebound for Kirkman. Coach Keane audibly upset with the Reading players, not executing what he asked them to do. Trey looks to pass off, launches a three instead. That's good. 4-point game. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay this end. Looks to the top, swings to Dads. Senor into the post, wide open, no good though. Donaldson is pushing for Reading. He's got runners in Trey and Chive. Goes to the middle, but that's blocked. And Solent now get an opportunity. Mid-range jumper, no good. Contact there between Donaldson and Kirkman. See what the call is. I believe Donaldson has been whistled for the foul. Solent inbounding from the baseline. Chive hits the deck, no call. And Reading coming back down. Chive sizes up his man, looks to Carter in the post, who has something more of a mismatch this time. They do bring the double team, but no good. Nice swing to towards the baseline, away from the double team for Carter. 2-point game, 12 plays 10. As I suspected, the looks Reading were getting were good ones, they just weren't dropping. Solent going to the post. Look content to let Travis Charles shoot that one. Carter now showing his ball handling. Not sure that's what the Rockets want. Pick and roll for Carr and Pemberton. Ends up with a Danny Carter three, which drops. A deep three for Danny. And that gives Reading the lead. Ball handling and deep threes. Danny will probably tell you that's his game. Senor launches for three, no good. Kirkman inside again. Second big offensive rebound for Kirkman. AJ Carr looking long, no good. Could have come down there, he had time, not sure what happened there. Not sure why he forced that one up. Brinze and Nyakoi coming on for Reading. Donaldson moves to the bench. Nice flare from Trey. Comes back on himself and scores to the left. Senor now pushing. Just over 2 minutes left. Mid-range jumper drops for Senor. Chive hits Carr in the post. Right to the bucket. Looks like that might be a strong look for Reading. Got all the way to the bucket there. Little opposition. Reading up by 1. Senor comes off the screen. 3 for Dads. Didn't look like that was going to go in. Chive now. In and out dribble. Swings to Carter, who finds Carr. Goes to the right this time. Coming up big in the post is AJ. Nice look inside from Dads. Finds Travis Charles inside. AJ Carr going back to the post, fading to the middle. That hook shot is money. Reading up by 3. So he found some looks they like. Baseline relatively undefended. That's a few times Solent have found a man cutting there. 3 from Dad's no good. Rebound. 2 offensive rebounds. That's tough to give up 2 offensive rebounds. David Chive coming off the pick from AJ. Arinze launches 3, no good. And Solent are running. Foul called on David Chive. Looked tough, looked like he was going... He was not moving sideways in any way. Taking the floor, Adrian O'Sullivan and Tanner Keane for Reading. Sam Turner sets the pick for Solent. AJ checks the clock, sees there's less than 10 seconds left. Fires over to Trey. Has to launch that one. Look good. Offensive rebound. Tanner Keane tips it in right at the buzzer to end what was a very strong first quarter all in all for Reading. Up by 3. Started, as we talked about, down 10-2 before they turned that around. Both teams have a couple of minutes now to... both teams will be looking to think about what went wrong in that first quarter, what went right. For Reading, it was obviously that first section of play where they were down 10-2. They were getting good looks, as I mentioned, and it turned out that those looks were the right ones. They were finding AJ in the post, Danny Carter in the post. Sidney Donaldson even went down there to find open 3-point shots for the rest of the team. I think that's something they're going to continue to look for. From Solent's perspective, I think they were strong in transition especially, and strong on those offensive rebounds as well. That's something for Coach Keane to be looking to point out is at one point they were giving up multiple offensive rebounds on the same possession, which is a real no-no. So let's see, as we get the second quarter started, how this game develops. It looks like it's quite a definite pattern now. Solent looking to run, Reading looking to hit the post. Let's see if that continues. Players take the floor to get the second quarter started. O'Sullivan for Reading, hits Donaldson, hits Tanner, hands it off back to O'Sullivan. Good to see him back on this floor at Reading. Pulls up mid-range, no good, that's long. Looks like it comes off Solent. No, Solent ball. Must have been a Reading player. High pick and roll for Solent. Nothing comes of it. Hands off Seymour. Fades to the other side of the floor. Sam Turner at the top of the key now. Hands off. Deep three, and that's nice. Nice stroke from Chris Scarlett. It's obviously his shot. He looked confident, swished it. Trey goes left. Finds O'Sullivan on the other side. Looks Tanner in the post. Tries to improve the angle. Finds Trey. Goes middle. Nice baseline pass to Arinze, who finishes. Great look from Trey. Gads now looks inside. Good defense from Keane. Donaldson looks middle. Finishes on the left side. Strong. Going to be joined on commentary by Matt Johnson. What a pleasure. Chris Scarlett looks to his left. Reading might be wary of his range now after that last shot. So Matt, what are your thoughts of the first quarter?
Oh, good evening, Nick, and hello to everyone online as well. And 27-23, that first quarter seemed to go past in about 5 minutes. So really high tempo, good quality for both teams. I thought Rockets did really well to come back from 10 down. I thought Solent were flying, but yeah, now we've got a really interesting contest.
Trey sizing up the defence, launches the three. No good. Sam Turner rebounds that.
If Trey starts making those, I think it'd be really good for Rockets if he can start knocking some of these down. He's made one and he looks dangerous, but let's just see how he gets on now as he builds himself into the game.
Yeah, I thought one of the things I noticed was he didn't really get the ball much in that first section of the first quarter when they were down. I think the threat he poses from that sort of range really changes how the defence has to play.
Yeah, you're right, and it's also very different when he plays with Adrian and David with the younger guards, and also other teams are really loading up on him now. So he's got to find another way to play. It's really good for me to see him attack and spin and get the layup off his left hand. And I think he missed a couple of opportunities to get early shots as well, which is unlike him. But let's just see how this goes. This is shaping up really good.
Senior now for Solent. Good tap out there from AJ on the help. Danny diving to the floor. Good defence from Reading there. O'Sullivan comes out with it. Foul from Senior in the backcourt. Looking to stop that break.
It's personally, Nick, it's just really pleasing to see that. And if we had a replay function, which I'm sure there is somewhere on this, if we had it, it'd be great to see that Rockets defence against a really talented Kestrels team, who are top 2 in the league. To see us getting stops like that, that's a really good sign for Coach Keane's group.
Yeah, I'm assuming rebounding is going to be an emphasis in this game based on the first quarter. Multiple offensive rebounds given up there in a couple of possessions. Trey launches the three. Wow. Didn't need a good look. He's going to make them anyway.
Yeah, and it's interesting what you said there, picking up on the rebound straight away. I think you're right on it. It's going to help this Rockets team if they've got to stop teams from. We've got to stop teams from getting buckets, and this is Trey again with another tip away. That's great to see.
Trey Pemberton seeking some advice from Coach Keane. Drew the foul there as he broke away in transition.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike foul, I think, Nick, called for.
Yeah, it's a clear path, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've got 2 shots for Trey and possession.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. Good to see Adrian back on the floor.
Yeah,
sporting a new ankle support.
Yeah, he's. I think in his words this week, he's about 85%. Enough for he'd be cleared by the physios. And great to see him back on the floor. I think often in teams like this, you don't really know what you've lost till it's gone, and And Adrian's a real tough, competitive character and really breeds Coach Keane's mentality, particularly defensively. So it's really good to see him back on the floor.
One thing I noticed that he does as well is he provides the team with different looks on offense than we see otherwise. He doesn't necessarily choose the first option, he chooses the best option, which is something I think the team misses without him on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's Adrian's come from a real rich basketball background, and you see in some games against Hemel where I think he had 30 and he shot the lights out. In other games he's not shot so well, but he's played terrific on-ball defence, particularly against Derby and some of the better guards in the league. So I think this is something that we're going to see a bit more of with him, and just to see how Coach Keane, Arinze misses the easy one, but just to see how Adrian develops as well, because it's not easy for someone like him to come off a 6-week injury.
Nine-point ball game as Solent head to the line. 32 plays 23.
Yeah,
Arinze will be head in hands after that one.
Yeah, and 18 years old, those ones stay with you for sometimes a little bit longer than they should, but that's, as we say, that's not a miss, that's learning. For him, he's expected a lot higher than that. GB International, very high standards, and he's looking to go off to Canada or the States, and he certainly won't be wanting to miss many more of those, and I don't think he'll miss another one today. There you go. That's positive.
Trey. Looked like he was fouled to me, personally.
I think more impressive was his ability to clear the advertising boards.
Avoids injury through huge vertical leap.
Yeah. Be nice if we all had that in our bag, wouldn't it?
Senior sizing up Reading's defence, coming off the pick, looks to the top of the key, jump shot no good. Arinze grabs the rebound and is fouled.
I think that one was called on AJ, Nick. I think the referee said he gained an advantage by pushing the defence. I think that's AJ's second.
AJ heads to the bench. He'd come alive in the post in that first quarter. Haven't seen so much this quarter so far. Dad's jumper comes out, rebounded, and Trey pushing now in transition. Sees Chive, finds Danny inside, no good.
That's three that have just come out on the lip of the rim, so I think they'll be looking to solve that in the second half and just maybe concentrate a little bit further on the finishes.
Adrian drives middle, hits Danny at the top of the key, drives left, foul called. Adrian to inbound. Danny liked the look from mid-range there, no good. Solent in transition, find a bucket. Looks like we're going to be staying here for a free throw too.
I think that's one of those things, Nick. We've seen that now 3 times in this quarter where Solent have had an advantage. They've taken a shot and then we've fouled as well, and we've unfortunately given them the extra possession. We've gone from 10 down to 10 up to now within a one-shot ball game. So I think some of those things are really disciplined for us, and that's something that Coach Keno, I'm sure, will be talking about now, particularly on the defence when we've only given up 28 points to a Solent team that's potent as well. So I think that's something that we've got to see Coach Keane really getting that nailed down, that, you know, if you're beaten, you get your hands out and someone else will make a play for you. but we've got to be a lot more disciplined with ourselves and stay with it, because this Solent team is too talented to give them cheap ones.
He's the header of Rebound on social media, some great basketball content, so give him a follow. Welcome to this video. Tough journey up here, we've got the try.
So can you give us any insight on, obviously Danny has announced it will be his final season. How's he coping with the psychology of that mindset, that being his kind of final run-in this season?
Yeah, I can actually. I just spent 5 minutes with his mum and dad, who I first met 17 years ago, which seems like it was yesterday. I think it's something that's a difficult journey for any player in any sport, Nick, and Danny's been such an integral part of the growth of Reading as a club, as juniors and seniors. Had some of the best years early on, from a relatively unknown to winning national championships, and in no small part to his effort and energy and competitiveness, as well as the other guys that are around. But you do need a leader, and he has certainly been that pre-USA and post-USA. So I think it's going to be a new start for everybody. I think it'll be difficult for Danny, but he'll be in Rockets colours somewhere. We're just not quite sure what it'll look like yet.
And we're off and running again. Windsor whistled for travelling. David Chive working hard on defence.
Yeah, you see Travis make that one again, and Travis Charles has had 4 of those that he just missed, and I think you're going to see in the second half us not giving him so many of those open ones.
Danny seems to like that matchup. He's gone straight at him a few times now.
Yeah. Hey, if it's the last season of your career, you're going to get your money's worth, aren't you? You're going to get some shots up. And good to see that. That's a physical matchup, and we really do need to be equal against that.
As we talk about him, Danny's whistled for the foul. Doesn't like the call.
Yeah. From here, that's all ball as well. That's a difficult one, particularly as we talked about before, discipline, giving them 2 shots.
Yeah, that could be significant. Still 4 minutes to play. Reading on 5 fouls.
Yeah, DC's second, I think. We might see Tanner come back in here. We might see Sydney come in, and depend on that lineup to see if we can see how we defend Travis. So it'll be interesting to see what Alan does now, whether he leaves Danny to stay for 4 minutes on 2 fouls, or whether we change.
Trey finds David Chive at the top of the key. O'Sullivan comes off the Carter screen, who now finds it in the post. Drives to the middle, left-handed hook, no good. Really bulldozed his way in there. Now playing defence. Strong defence from Danny on that one, managed to get a hand on that.
Travis Charles regarded as one of the best forwards in the league as well, Nick. Interesting to see if they keep going to him, which at the moment he's got another one off and makes it.
Yeah, I saw him taking that shot a lot in the first and going in and out, so now it looks like he's found his range. Adrian driving to the baseline, finds Danny. He's going to in turn drive the baseline. Comes with the up and under, doesn't drop.
I think that's 6 now at the rims that have come out, so means we're getting at the bucket.
Travis Charles finds Teo inside. He's fouled.
Coach King going straight back with AJ now, Nick. I think this is a really, this could be an important 3 minutes now, because if AJ can come in and shore up defensively, Rockets could maybe end this half with a 4 to 5 point lead. But if Solent keep making these chippy 15-footers, then this game's going to be an end game.
Yeah, I think with this lineup, with both Teo and Travis on the court at the same time, it's a formidable rebounding matchup.
Yeah, and completely undersized Teo is Louis Kirkman as well, and Travis. These guys certainly make the most out of their physical size by rebounding way above that. And it's interesting to see, and something you've got to coach against to be really aware of. You can't just let those guys. It's not a size thing either. Trey with a wide open look.
Doesn't drop for Trey.
Yeah, I think that's like he's taken one shot in 4 minutes. The last 5 minutes he's only had the ball once. So it'd be interesting to see. He needs to see the ball going in.
Nice move from Senor, doesn't drop. David Chive.
Stands him up.
Nice hesitation. Finds AJ, who's behind the back. Then he finds Trey inside.
Oh, off his foot.
Comes off his foot. And Solent are pushing.
Good D from Chive. Great defence.
Yeah, I think David's getting a reputation for that. Real good hustle and real smart defence as well.
Yeah, that's probably one of the toughest individual defensive covers in the league. You've got Herm coming at you, coming downhill, as they say, and having to keep your balance, going backwards, keep your hands out. I thought David did a really good job of that then.
Dads launches 3. AJ way above the rim there to corral that rebound. Adrian, strong finish.
Finish.
A lot of pressure on that shot.
If you've been watching the Rockets games the last month, I think one of the things that you can see is this transition offense from the rebounder kicking ahead, and that's Adrian or to DC or to AJ, and Newcastle away. The first 8-10 points were run-outs by tied game, 90 seconds to go.
Senor goes over to Kirkman. Puts it up and it drops. 2-point lead for Solent as we come into the last minute of the half. Adrian.
It's great to see that shot drop for O'Sullivan. I was talking to him recently, and he told me that in the school game when he was younger, he hit something like 12 threes in a game, which was just incredible to hear. But actually, the more you see of him, you can see this is something that he's going to be a big part of his game.
Second hook for Kirkman as the final few plays of the half. It hits Danny Carter, who hits AJ inside. Can't drop, tips it out though to Adrian Nosa. David launches 3, no good.
Into the last 20 seconds. No fouls to give, one down.
3-2 zone from Reading.
You've got to know that Kirkman's not going to shoot, but Teo is.
Launches a 3 that drops. Pushes that up to 4 as we close the half.
Yeah, just final words from me on that, Nick. I think coaches can be really disappointed with that last possession. They've got 2 non-shooters on the same side, and Rockets have decided to not cover the guy with Teo, who's got a reputation to knock that one down when he's open. So I think there's a couple of bits of work to be done at half-time. This is going to be a great game. As we know, we've got a 20-point swing so far, so this could be going any way. But let's get back together in the second half.
Yeah, thanks for your time, Matt.
See you after half-time.
So as we in that half, we saw the emergence of Trey Pemberton for sure. Hit some big shots under some huge pressure. Even was fouled on some of them by the looks of it. It wasn't called. Solent continued to push. Incredible rebounding from the front court. 3. Sinor looking like a real floor general. Good role players for Solent too, all doing their job. 4-point game, quite low scoring. Let's see what happens in the second half. I'll leave you to watch the half-time entertainment, and I'll join you back for when the action gets started here at Rivermead. Thank you. Let's get back to the game as the players come back out onto the floor. We had an interesting end to that game. We had 20-7 run in favour of Solent to end the game. Reading had got all the way back into the game. Find themselves down by 4 at the start of the second half. Let's see if these guys can get back into the game and get the win. Trey's going to inbound for us. David Chive. AJ finds Danny, finds Trey coming off the pick from AJ. Hits him back in the post. Swings it to David Chive in the corner. No good. AJ with the rebound though. Trapped, finds Trey. Money from Trey. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. Donaldson shook there a little bit from Dads. Travis again. Really found his range in that second quarter. Carries on in the third. David Chive looks for cutting Danny Carter. Intercepted. Danny got it back. Scramble for the loose ball. Ends up with Chive hitting Danny. Finishes inside through the contact. Senor launches 3, no good. David finds Trey in transition. Hits AJ for 3, off left. Stays here for Reading ball. Trey for 3, no good this time. Slightly long. Danny swings. AJ looks as Trey makes space for him. He drives into the baseline, up and under. It's good for AJ. Good start for Reading. Travis Charles slips a little bit. Comes out to Dads. Senor. Intercepted by Carr. Good defense. Kirkman inbounding from the baseline. Finds cutting Travis. Too easy. Give Travis Charles those looks. Miscommunication there. Danny thought AJ might have been spinning baseline. He wasn't. Goes straight out of bounds. Good hands from Trey. Forces a second inbound from Solent. Trey secures the rebound off the long miss. David Chive. No good. Trey for 3. Hits another. Senor, mid-range, Travis Charles, powerful guy on those rebounds. Good at finding the routes to get the rebounds too. Weaves his way through the traffic. Trey driving right, cuts back left. It's AJ. Crosses over. Had an isolation, looked like he had more space. Didn't take use of it. Trey drives right, hits David Chive. No good. Good defense from David Chive though. Finds the ball back. AJ inside, finishes. Heads up from David Chive there, missed the shot, but heady enough to steal the ball. Travis Charles. Senor drives right, crosses over left, cradles the ball, lovely finish. Brings it back to the right. AJ whistled for an offensive foul. Swung the ball round. May have been minimal contact with his elbow, which is I think why the call was made there, but I could be wrong. Looked like the defense played for it to me. It's going to mean AJ comes out of the game. Tanner Keane, his replacement. Finds Senor, comes off the pick left. Travis Charles on the cut, lovely finish. Really found his range. Those shots were going in and out in the first quarter. Not sure he's missed one since. Nice, finds Tanner Keane inside, finishes through the contact. Kirkman goes up strong, no good. Donaldson pushing, got Chive to his left, he's going to go middle. Hits Arinze, hits Trey, goes middle, launches from mid-range, nothing but net. Really overplaying that three-point shot now that he's hit a few. Bit of a Chive, tough D. It's Kirkman. Elliot Dadds for three. It's money. Lead change again, 56-55 for Solent. This game feels like it's really in the balance, could go either way. Loose pass from Keane. Senor can't convert. Donaldson fouls Travis Charles though, who shrugs off that contact, finishes anyway. Stays for another free throw. Free throw drops. 4-point game. We'll want to get a score here so the game doesn't escape them. Still a two-shot game at this point. Trey pushes over. Pass from Arinze intercepted. Elliot Dadds for three, no good this time. Senor for three, no good. Falls to Travis Charles, who can't finish. Tanner Keane comes out with the rebound, finally. It's obviously a small Reading lineup with neither Danny Carter or AJ in the lineup, so There is some sacrifice on the rebounds there. O'Sullivan now. Swinging left to McKean. Launch a three, no good. Rinze almost secured that offensive rebound, didn't drop the two in though. Senior. Chris Scarlett, second three for him. Don't think he's hit any net or any rim even. Swish two. Trey launches for three. It's a long range shot. No good. Inside now for Trey. I'd like to see that more. I'd like to see him assert himself like that. Really took it on himself to score that time. Determined to score, did so. Now, pick right. Loose ball. See what's been called. Be a Solent inbound by the looks of things. Chris Scarlett to inbound. Finds Sam Turner. To Elliot Dads, to Senior, to Chris Scarlett for long range three. Nothing but net again. Really does have range. Off his foot. Three followed by the D for Chris Scarlett. Solent fans who've travelled come to life with their defence chance as Danny works in the post. Looks through to his left, no good. Senior now pushing. Kicks out to Chris Scarlett. Short this time. First miss for him. Adrian O'Sullivan finds Tanner in the post. Hits Trey. Also going to return the three. Reading within 5. Find Pempton a player who can really get hot once he's hit one or two. You never know how many he's going to hit. Drives left and is fouled. Goes to the line for two. Bring the Rockets within 3. This is that first one, short. Four-point game as he makes that second free throw. Senior. Comes off the screen, goes all the way, finishes through contact. Spin from the right. Impressive finish. Rinze looking two ways, can't find a pass. Looks to enter to Danny, swings it to Trey, swings it to Adrian O'Sullivan, swings it to Sydney Donaldson for 3, in and out. Elliot Dad's now pushing. Chris Scarlett finds Sam Turner inside, looks and reverses that ball into the hoop. Up by 8 now for Solent. Reading slowing the pace. Whistle goes. Not sure what's happened, why the referee has stopped the game. .32 seconds left. Reading will inbound. Adrian O'Sullivan comes off the Carter screen. Comes back to his left, hits Trey, fakes left, goes right. Sees a lot of defenders. Donaldson finds Carter inside. 3-second call on Danny Carter, I believe. No basket. Keane didn't like the call. Referee explains himself. Chris Scarlett now. We get to the final 15 seconds. Finds Senior inside, intercepted. Sullivan looks at the clock. It's Arinze on the left. Swishes a 3 as the clock expires. 5-point game, so still 2 possessions potentially as we come to the 4th quarter. From a Reading perspective, that quarter was from a Reading perspective, I think that quarter was really about Trey Pemberton. He really caught fire. He, as I said, once he's hit 1 or 2, you never quite know how many he's going to hit. What I liked about his performance there as well is he was really asserting himself, and as we heard in the first half, Matt Johnson was talking about that, how he can drift out of the game a little bit sometimes. Maybe he doesn't get the looks, maybe his teammates don't find him enough, but when he really asserts himself, it's not just a 3-point shooter either. He's using that threat of the 3 to really force his way inside, and scored inside, scored from the mid-range. Great performance from Trey there. From Solent perspective, you've obviously got Travis Charles inside, continued to dominate inside, finishing through contact. Senor, what an incredible playmaker, some fantastic finishes from him, using the backboard to full effect. Also, obviously, Chris Scarlett came in off the bench. We'd seen him hit a long one in the first half, continued that with 2 more absolute bombs. As the players take the floor again, we're 69 to Solent, 64 for Reading. 5-point ball game. Let's see if Reading can draw this back.
Happy birthday, Vicky, one of our young girl ballers. Only a 5-point lead as we move into the last 10 minutes. Quarter 4, massive quarter ahead. The boys really need your support now. Make some noise for your Rockets, boys.
Josh Brown for Solent will get us off by inbounding. Finds Elliot Dads. Guarded by Donaldson. Picked by Travis Charles. Rebound from AJ Carr. Sydney Donaldson fires over to Trey Pemberton. Joined once more by Matt Johnson for this 4th quarter.
Hey Nick.
David Chive, nice drive from the baseline.
Good time to join you.
Brings us back to 3-point gap.
I gather we'll be watching the game and not the commentators this time.
Yeah, there are rumours that the game is more exciting than the back of my head, but they've yet to be substantiated. Almost a backcourt. It was risky. Donaldson drives right, finds no shot blocker there.
That's good to see. I think we're going to need Sydney to be scoring to take some of the weight off Trey and AJ. AJ's had a relatively quiet game for him, being in and out with fouls. So this game really needs AJ. Good defence, Trey. This game needs AJ and Sydney.
Anticipating that look to Travis. Goes behind the back, crosses over. Dirk Nowitzki-esque mid-range, no good.
Yeah, about a foot and a half shorter, but yeah.
David Chai phones AJ in the post.
This is a matchup that AJ will like the look of. Turnover, as soon as I said it.
Senior goes left. Foul called.
I just think that in a 4-point game, that's too easy for Herm to come off that ball screen in the middle of the floor and get all the way to the basket. I think coach is going to be looking at making sure we get those matchups right. That's a tough one for David now in the fourth quarter, but he has shown maturity. So let's see if we can solve that matchup a little bit for Rockets going into the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think with a player like Herm, he's always going to beat players, and the team can adapt to that. Be looking for that. What he shouldn't be able to do is beat someone at the top of the key, get all the way to the rim.
Yeah, and I think Herm as well, he's not shot the ball particularly well in the first half, which doesn't mean he's not going to make shots, but I think you've also got to make him shoot and make him score first before you get too close to him on the perimeter.
Danny Carter, top of the key. AJ on the left. Trey work his way through the key there. Gets the contact. AJ puts it up, no good.
Yeah, that's the shot of someone in good confidence, but I don't think that's quite where we are right now, where AJ is in this game. But let's hope he can get there.
Elliot Dadds hits the three. Timeout called.
So Nick, what are you saying to your players now if you're Coach Keane? You're down 9, 7.5 to go. Tough beginning.
Yeah, I think some of the one of the things I noticed in the third quarter was that the Solent was starting to overplay Trey from 3-point range, and I think that's something Reading could use. Whenever he touches the ball, they look a bit scared, and trying to set him some picks, trying to get him as involved as he was there. Also finding cutters. We saw a couple of nice plays there where people were finding space on the baseline and getting more easy baskets. There haven't been a huge number of easy baskets for Reading. I think you already isolated. AJ's got a nice matchup there. It didn't come off that particular time, but seeing that look again and maybe alternating with Danny depending on who matches up better, because the post has been a good place for Reading in this game.
Yeah, scoring 68. I think we've let the Kestrels get away a little bit with some easy stuff. It's never good when you see Elliot Dadds or Chris Scarlett, if you're a Rockets fan, knocking down wide open threes, because without that, they're going to find it difficult to score. So I think it's really important to see that now. Scarlett's going to play extended minutes, but has to defend way above his size. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Keane's done out of this timeout now.
Quick set.
So get the ball to Trey.
Crossover. Intercepted by Herm. Fire. Elliot Dadds can't finish. Sydney drive to hoop. Finds.
Can AJ get?
AJ on the baseline. Could have gone up with that one, I think. Trey doubled for a moment there at 3.
Trey against Travis. This is an interesting matchup. He gets all the way to the bucket, and another turnover by Rockets.
Chris Scarlett hands off to Herm. Comes off the screen. Travis Charles now gets a look at the high post. He's going to make that. Trey Pemberton finds Danny inside. Goes to the left hand, no good. Does secure the offensive rebound though. Finds Trey, hands off to Donaldson, drives left. Comes back with the right hand, foul called.
So O'Sullivan returning. Charles had a bit of a knock, but he's going out. I think this is possibly the best group for Rockets that we've seen today. Kestrels have been pretty even with all their guys. They've got pretty good results from everyone. When their number's been called, they've made shots when they've needed to. So Rockets are going to have to win this defensively, and this is a 10 adrift or 9 adrift, 10 adrift now with 6 to go. It's a long, long way to go in this game, but they need to get this game closer to put some pressure on some of the Kestrel shots going into this last 5 minutes.
Solent happy to swing the ball very high. Donaldson gets an opportunity in transition. Hits Trey for 3.
He's going to shoot that one, isn't he?
Going to knock that down, brings it down to 6.
Yeah, quick timeout by Kestrels. Yeah, good call, Coach Guyman as well. I think that spells danger. If you see Pemberton wide open in transition, he really likes the look of that shot. And he's seen the ball go through the hoop now with the last 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. So this game's got a lot more in it. So stay tuned.
It's first come, first serves. You get the choice. You get over to the table first. The winners, yellow number 2. That was an early one. Yellow number 2, blue 53.
One thing I thought was interesting there was it looked almost like a conscious choice already from Solent, start slowing the offensive pace. Up 9 at the time, 5 minutes remaining.
We want that energy to be continued in the last 5:33 of this fourth quarter. What then we've got? Kestrels are in by 6. We can get our back. Can we work it? Pardon? We can get our Rockets. That's not right, come on,
So Nick, I think both teams, this is going to be interesting now. Both teams only one team foul. There's a lot of contact go so far in this quarter. Rockets is probably their best defensive lineup in. Solent are going to expect Travis now to come and make some shots. He's gone quiet. And let's see, the Rockets have gone zone now. Let's just see if Solent get an answer. Travis mid-range makes another one.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed after that first quarter from that range. In principle, I like that defense against him, though. It places Danny right in that place where he wants to take those shots from.
Yeah, I think you're right. Another turnover. And Scarlett with a triple.
Scarlett for 3. Incredible performance from him. I think that makes him 4 for 5. AJ looking for that in the post.
I think
double teamed. Goes long to Trey. Forces up that shot and
AJ's desperate to get something going here, and Solent are playing really well. He's got to find another route. He's got to be the defender and find the guy that makes the pass. This is a big possession now.
Pick and roll. Swings to Dads. In and out 3. Reading basketball.
So 4 minutes to go. I think this is a vital minute here, because Reading need to really be within 6 going into the last 2 minutes 30 to keep this Solent team at bay, or to keep some pressure on all their offense. Right now, Solent seem to be in good rhythm, and Rockets are struggling to find that offensive rhythm that they need.
Donaldson goes through the contact.
Good to see.
Brings it to 9.
Thanks, Billy, for your comment. I'm not sure I know how to turn the mic up, but let's see.
O'Sullivan rebounds, pushes. Donaldson to inbound. Goes over to Trey. Finds O'Sullivan inside. Puts it in.
Okay, 7-point game. 3 minutes to go. Rockets need at least another stop and score, if not 2, within the next minute and a half to get this to an end game. Really big time, big player time now.
Dads for 3, no good. Back out for Solent to use the clock. High post,
Stolen by Carter.
Euro step from Donaldson.
Nice move, timeout Kestrels. Timeout Kestrels.
Ball game, 2:36 remaining.
2.5 to go. Yes, you're right, Nick. Rockets right back in this one now. 5 points down. Sydney's got a couple of scores. Danny gets a steal. I think if I can get AJ and Trey combo in the next couple of minutes, this game's going to go down. It could even be the last shot.
I think you were right to call out the defence there, Matt. I think we definitely saw some of the best defensive possessions from Reading on those plays as well.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's like sometimes we're seeing 2 different teams come out on the floor. We're seeing guys connected, sitting down. I thought the Bradford game certainly did that, and away at Newcastle saw 4 or 5 minutes at the end of that game was really great to see. The Rockets defending, at really high level. So I think we need a bit more consistency of that. We need 2.5 minutes in terms of defensively. We need 2.5 minutes to make sure that they get over the line. But a 5-point game, 2.5 to go. This is interesting now. And as I said before, Solent now got to think about the shot they take. It's now added a bit more weight to that. So a little bit more pressure. Dads just misses a wide open one. Let's see if Rockets have got the keys to this.
Senal brings the ball up for Solent, up 5. Hits Chris Scarlett in the corner. Of course he's going to make that. 5 for 6 for him.
That is going to send Coach Keane's blood pressure through the roof. It's the one thing that he can do, and
Great
so can he.
Looking to equalise.
Good rebound.
Doesn't make it. O'Sullivan
will knock that one down. He'll knock that down. 2 minutes to go into the last 120 seconds. 5 points still. Rockets need a stop and a score. Off the foot. AJ comes up with it. What an important steal by AJ. Can he get himself into this last minute 40? O'Sullivan on the wing, plays the ball screen. Goes straight to the rim. Foul, 2 shots to O'Sullivan. This could take it down to a 1-shot game with 1:26 to go.
First one drops for O'Sullivan.
Big shot. Big shot. It's settled down now. Can make this second one, and we're going into this ball game. The last 90 seconds. And one possession can do it. Well, it just comes out. 4-point game. Rockets with a stop and a score needed now. Getting into crunch time.
Foul on Danny called.
DC's 4th foul. I think in this game, coach was going to want him to stay in, not another one.
For Scarlett, another 3 for him. AJ spins in the post. Easy for him.
Okay, 5-point game, last minute. Okay, Rockets need this one. They've got to get a stop and they've got to score quickly. One team foul to give as well.
Travis slips. Hands off to Senor. Loose ball. Shot clock expires.
There's 30 seconds to go, Nick. Good timeout from Coach Keane. A score here is going to get them within that one possession. They're going to really need this, and they're going to need to score quickly. And then they're going to need to set up the next defensive possession. And certainly we can't let Scarlett get another wide open look. He's way too good today.
Yeah, I think he's missed 1 3 and all the others have not even hit the rim.
Yeah,
not the guy you want to leave open.
I'm not entirely sure how much you can see this on the stream, but it's almost like it's just not going to miss when he's got his feet set as well. And if the camera did ever get to the bench, for the Rockets bench tells you everything there. It's panic stations when he catches the ball. It's the same at the other end when Trey gets it and he's in a groove. So I think that's going to be something that whatever happens in the last 30 seconds of this game, the coaches are going to really look at that one. I think this is a really important part of the game where on the scouting report they'll be saying you can't let Scarlett catch it. You have to let him put it on the floor and create something by himself. That's not his strength. Right now, he looks like he's one of the best players in Division 1.
So let's see what Coach Keane has gone to for his offense here. Reading obviously need to score and quickly.
Yeah, he's kept the same lineup. I think we're going to see something for for O'Sullivan.
For O'Sullivan.
And then Trey off that. He's got him open. He's open. He's shot it. He's made it. Pemberton for 3. This game is now a 2-point game. Last 20 seconds. It's a foul by DC. Not sure. Chive comes in. 2-point game. Rockets now in the penalty. Carter goes out on 5. Rockets looking for a stop and a score.
I like David Chive in this type of game with full court defence.
Yeah, it looks as though Rockets chose to foul that quickly and put Herm on the line. And Rockets have got a timeout left if that scoreboard is correct. So coach is hoping that he only makes one of these, and then they get a 3 to tie. So it's ruled out. So Herm stepped over the line. No basket, Kestrels. It's still a 2-point game. What a call, what a mistake. So it's a 2-point game. If this misses, this is going to be interesting. If he makes it, it'll be timeout Rockets. He shoots it, he's missed it, but he gets his own rebound, and Reading, 15 seconds to go.
He's got time, going to the hoop.
He's fouled, 9 seconds to go. What a possession.
6 seconds, 2-point ball game.
Herm misses the free throw to put them up 3. They missed the layup twice at the rim. Rockets get away with one, have 2 shots to tie this game with 9.6 to go. O'Sullivan on the line. What a game. Misses it.
O'Sullivan misses that free throw. Still a 2-point game.
Rockets look to make this one. He misses a pair. Foul called.
Reading stopped the clock with a foul on Dads. It's going to put him on the line.
Nick, this game feels like there's just too many mistakes from the Rockets vests in terms of, we talked in the first quarter, second quarter about layups being missed at the rim. I think we had 6 of those. We've got free throws being missed now. We've got some defensive lapses, and we're a 2-point game against one of the hottest teams in the league. And Dads isn't going to miss these. Solent have had 4 chances to put this game away. Rockets down 3, 1 to go. Dads misses it. Rockets with a chance with 4 seconds to go. Foul called, 1 second to go. 2 shots to AJ Carr with 1.5 seconds left.
I'm surprised that we're not seeing AJ appealing that he was shooting.
Yeah. Bit of a mix-up on who's shooting the free throw. The scoreboard's just given a point to Rockets, which is going to be shortly be taken off. That's caused a few raised eyebrows. That'll be corrected. Scores 88-91, 1.5 to go. AJ Carr with, I think, maybe his first 2 free throws of the game.
Yeah, I don't think AJ's been to the line so far this game. Two big ones for his first free throws of the game.
Yeah, he needs to see the first one drop. Give himself a little bit of touch. AJ's a really good shooter. So right now, is he going to try and miss this one? 2 down. He's tried to miss it. It's gone in. 90. Timeout, Solent. Okay, so if you could see that on the stream, AJ tries to miss the shot, tried to miss the free throw long. It smacks the backboard and he actually ends up making it. Funny that will be, but not right now for him. 1.5 seconds to go. Solent ball. It'll be far end of the court. And Rockets really need to get a steal here and see if they can get one off or get fouled in the last 1.5 seconds.
Get that quick score. We've got to make some noise for the last 1.5 seconds. These boys have given it.
Normally a good problem to have, trying to miss and they will go in, not on this particular occasion.
There's a lot of players out there, Nick, that would love that problem in their careers, I think. But let's just see. This game is absolutely deserved to get to the final shot. I think Rockets are going to say, you know what, we had enough chances of this one, but even right now with 1.5 seconds to go, this game isn't finished. Anything can happen. Great to see as well, Nick, from here. We're having to speak up because the volume in here is great to hear from Rivermead. It's great to hear. Can Rockets find any way of getting this ball from Kestrels? Is there any way that they can get a final shot, even just to heave at the rim to see if it can go in? Ball's coming in. They switched it. It's off his foot.
Loose ball.
The game's ended. And I think a fitting end to the game where there's so many mistakes. It hits Herm's foot. Goes out of bounds. 1.5 seconds to go. He's rolling around and the game ends. It's a shame it didn't end on a shot. It's a shame it didn't end on a possession, but what an incredible game. What an example of Division 1 basketball. Some great shooting, some 10 up, 10 down leads, some really good coaching on both sides to get their guys back in games when the game looks gone. Some terrific perimeter shooting, particularly from Kestrels in the second half. A great crowd here with me, Nick. Great to hear. What a lot of noise. I think tomorrow there's even more people here as well. There's a big group of 80 coming in, and great to see so many people on the stream as well. So any feedback on that would be great.
Yeah, I think to give Reading some credit on that last possession, they did everything to try and create a mistake from Solent. Almost got there. They just didn't get that little bit of luck at the end because I feel like they could have created something there. But as you mentioned, hits someone's foot, comes off, time expires. So, Reading. Another game tomorrow. What do you think Coach Keane will be saying to the guys ahead of trying to pick themselves up after this game?
I think tomorrow's going to be really interesting. Nottingham come in with some real talent. They struggled the last few games, but they've been in the mix with all the big 4 teams in the league. I think you're going to see a Reading team come out tomorrow and really get after it. It's these 2-game weekends are really difficult, but at the same time, if you don't get on the right side of it on the Saturday, you've got Sunday. And I think for me, Nick, you're going to see there's not a lot that the coaches can do. They'll watch some film, the players will have a look at some stuff, but I think most of the mistakes they made, they can say, well, you know, we can sort that ourselves. I don't think there's a lot of tactics going on today. It's 1991. There's some individual mistakes. We let some of the Solent guys take shots that they make. So I think there's going to be a slightly tighter game tomorrow for Reading defensively. I think you're going to see that. I certainly hope you do, and it'd be nice to have Mark back on the stream as well tomorrow. We wish him all the best wherever he is, and all the people that are in the States and Ireland that have been patient with us today. So we'll make sure that's as good as it can be tomorrow as well.
Yeah, apologies to everyone who was watching the first half. Saw far too much of the back of our heads. Apologies for that. We'll have that sorted for tomorrow. Thank you to anyone, any Solent fans who joined us for the game, as well as any Rockets regulars, even if you couldn't make it to Rivermead today, thank you for joining us. And any last messages, Matt, before we sign off?
No, just a big thank you to everyone. We're getting into the business end of the season now, and this is where we need to really see the performances improve, because playoffs are really where everyone wants to be. Solent are right where they need to be. They've got a couple of injuries I think that they're going to be looking to sort out. But Rockets have now got Danny back into some shape. Adrian getting back there. I think this Rockets team is going to be a team that not many people are going to want to play in the final 2 or 3 games of the season.
Good final message from Matt Johnson, and one last final thank you to everyone who joined us for the stream. Join us live tomorrow as we come back to Rivermead for Reading's second of a double header. Thank you and good evening.
Good night.